Hello friends, my name is Shivam from DevOps Schools and I will help you to enable your learning process in various technologies of DevOps, artificial intelligence, machine learning, big data and many more. This is our initiative to help you by sharing multiple tutorials and videos. And if you want any specific tutorials or any particular topic, then please do comment in the below comment section and I will help you with it. Also, please subscribe to our premium services on YouTube, which will give you access to more content and videos to enhance your knowledge about all these topics. Also, if you want me to help you with regards to the online trainings and classroom sessions by our qualified trainers, then please do write me at contact@devopsschool.com. Thank you.
And also we have discussed what is testing, what is bug, what is defect, what is error, what is fault, right? All this stuff we have already discussed, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So now we are going to discuss about the fundamental test process. Okay, fundamental of testing process. So whenever we are going to do the test planning, so in test planning there are different levels. First we are going to set the test policy. Okay, so test policy means what? See, some of the organization are following some strategy, some standard ISO 2000, okay, same level 5, same level 3, right? So these are what standard, right?
Yeah.
Correct. So that is what policy, and each and every organization have what their own policies, correct?
Yeah.
Way of policy is what the way of doing things. That is what policy, correct? So
Yeah.
whenever we are going to discuss about the test policy, it is based upon the organization nature, organization level, that is 7 or 3 or 4 or 5, whatever maybe, or it is a startup. Next is it is depends upon the project also. It is a domain specific also, because if you are from financial background and if I'm going to ask you do the testing for healthcare applications, then maybe you are not able to create the policy of testing, right? Okay, so whenever we are going to basically test policy is decided at the company level, whether you are working same level 3, 5, 4, whatever may be. Test strategy means what? How you are going to do the testing.
Okay.
You are going to perform your testing through manually or automation. If automation, how you are going to, which tool you are going to adopt, right? Depends upon. So that is what test strategy. Like suppose functional testing you are going to do manually, regression testing you are going to use for any automation tool. There's so many automation tool like UFT, Selenium, right?
Yes.
SOAP UI, all this stuff. After that, high level test plan. High level test plan is what? Suppose you are testing any application. There is application A, that application consists of 10 modules. So in high level test plan, you are going to mention only all the modules name and you are going to perform. Suppose module 1 you are going to include it in this sprint. Module 2 you are going to test in sprint second, right? And like that. That is high level. Detailed test plan means what? In each and every module, minimum how many test cases you are going to select, right? How many test cases it is. Detail each and every component you are going to test. Logo itself you are going to mention, okay, we are going to test logo of the organization also. Clear?
Yeah.
Any doubt till now?
No. No.
So test planning have how many levels? 4 levels. Write down test policy, test strategy. These two things were decided at company level. High level test plan and detailed test plan will be decided at project level.
Okay. 1 minute.
These are the different levels of testing. Don't worry, in the question we will cover. Okay, finish or
Yeah. No, I'll take it. No problem. I just note down the question.
okay. I will give you the question how from starting. Don't worry. Right. So test process. Now we are going to discuss about the test process. So planning. First we are going to do the planning, right? So first we are going to do the specification, right? What is the test specification of this particular application or module. Then we are going to do the execution. Practically we are going to execute that scenario or test case. Okay, then we are going to do the recording. Recording means what? Evidence recorded. This is screenshot we have recorded. Okay, and then we are going to check the completeness. That is what detailed test level. Clear? What is the specification? In a specification, what we are going to do? Basically, in a specification, we are going to gather the requirement. We are going to understand what is the requirement of this project or module, right?
Okay.
Business requirement, user requirement, all this stuff. In execution, we are going to execute the test scenario according to the user requirement, and then we are going to collect the evidence, and then we are going to mark as complete. Clear?
Okay.
Now we are going to discuss about the in detail test planning. So test planning is what? How the test strategy and project test plan apply to the software under test. Okay, how we are going to apply? Documents any exceptions to the test strategy. Example, we can take one test case design technique needed for this functional area because it is a less critical. Like suppose in a one module A, you have written the 10 test cases, right?
Hmm.
In the 10 test cases, one of the test cases is what? To verify the logo of the organization, right?
Hmm.
Verify the text format of the application of the in home page. So these are what? Not that much
Test.
important. Yeah, test case. These are the test case, but verifying that text size, it is not that much important. Important is what? Functionality, right? Whether user
Yeah.
is able to log in or not, forget password is working or not. These are the important scenario, right?
Yes.
Yes. So in the test plan, we are going to decide which test scenario we are going to execute first and which test scenario we can execute at the end. Okay, so first, whenever we are going to start testing, first we have to execute functional testing, functional test scenario, like functionality of the application. Clear?
Okay.
Then we are going to check on UI and all.
Hmm.
It will see verifying the text size. This will comes under UI, right?
Yes.
User interface. Verifying
Yes.
the logo. This will comes under UI. Okay.
Yes.
Other software needed for the test and environment details and set test completion area. When we have to say that our testing is completed. Okay.
Hmm.
What are the environments are required? What are the tools are required? Correct.
Hmm. Yeah.
Test specification is that we are going to identify the condition, design test case, and build test case. Okay. So test
Okay.
case is basically the condition of the functionality.
Okay.
See, there are two terminology, try to understand. One is test scenario, another one is test case. Correct?
Okay.
So in test scenario, we are going to include the functionality of the application, like login functionality, to verify the login functionality of ABC application. Okay, so this is the test scenario. Correct? Based
Yeah.
on the test scenario, we are going to write the test case, like verify the login functionality with valid username and valid password. Second test case is TC02 is what? Verify the login functionality with invalid username and invalid password. This may the test case, right? Correct.
Yes. Yeah.
Next is what? Verify the login functionality with valid username and invalid password. Correct.
Yeah.
Clear? So in
Yes.
this way, we are going to write the scenario. Clear? Any doubt?
No.
Any doubt in test case and test scenario?
No. No.
See, once again, I am going to repeat. Test scenario is a basically functionality of the application. Clear? And
Yes.
based on the functionality, okay, we are going to derive the condition. Test scenario, test case is what? Condition of the functionality, that is known as test case. Clear?
Okay.
So in basically in a specification, we are going to identify the conditions, like we are going to write the test case, designing the test case, and we are building the test case. Clear? What are the things we are going to do in a specification? Getting the requirement, based on the requirement we are designing the test case.
Okay.
Like your specification is what? You need to test the login
Okay.
functionality.
Okay, guys, sorry to disturb you. I've just logged in randomly because I was just trying to use the GoToMeeting. May I know which training is going on right now? Hello.
Yeah, this is Rohit here. This is a bit to have arranged for the testing and the agile. Actually, Arun have taken. He is my old student, so he have already taken the Azure DevOps. May I know who is this? Let me.
This is Rajesh here.
Okay, Rajesh,
Okay.
you want to use the
No problem.
meeting?
Okay. So just how long this sessions will go?
Only 1 hour. That's all. So
So I mean,
9:30.
what is the end? 9:30,
9:30.
right? Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Rajesh. Yeah, Arun.
Yeah.
So understood what is no a specification, specification. Clear?
Yeah.
Now we are going to discuss about the execution part.
Mhm.
See, this is a very famous question. What is the difference between test case and test scenario? Okay,
Okay.
correct?
Yeah.
We have already in test specification, we are going to identify, design, and build. Correct?
Yeah.
Identify means what? Condition, what to test. Like
Yeah.
to verify the login functionality with valid username and valid password, right? What to
Yes.
test means what? We are going to test the login functionality. Determine how the what to be tested means how we are going to test the login functionality with valid username and valid password. Correct?
Yes.
See, in identity we have identified the login functionality. In design we have mentioned the inputs.
Test cases.
Yeah,
Designed.
inputs.
Yeah.
Okay, and build is what? Implement the test data and all. So for
Yes.
valid username is what? There must be some data, right? That
Yeah.
data
If
is
the
known
data,
as,
if we are getting the valid output or not, we're verifying that things.
yes. So basically data and script. So that data like valid username and valid password, we must have some data for that. Correct?
Yeah.
That data is known as test data. Now clear what is test data?
Yeah.
This is also very important question. Okay, what is test data and how you are going to create the test data? Test data is data which we are going to use to execute the test scenario. Clear? That is test data.
Yeah.
How we are going to create? Based on the condition we are going to create.
Okay.
Like valid username, valid password. So this is what condition, right? Condition is based on the test case. Clear?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. See, understanding is most important thing in basically in testing. Okay, and in agile.
Okay.
So first, whenever we are going to design the test case, what is a good test case? Effective. It should be what? Effective. Exactly.
Okay.
It should find the defect, fault or defect, right? It is what? Exemplary, evolvable, and economic. So see, business is everywhere, right?
Yeah.
Business is everywhere, not? So
Yes.
because we have to try to save the money. So due to that reason, we have to design a test case in such a way that the execution will not take so much cost. Getting my point?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And easy to maintain also. You should not write any complex, script for automation and any complex test scenario. See, if
Okay.
you're going to write only verify the login functionality, but that so if the next person, like suppose you have written the test case, verify the login functionality. I'm an end user, I'm a manager, right, in your project, but I'm not able to understand what you are testing in login functionality. Have you taken all the combination? So that's the reason you have to identify each and every condition here that is feasible, that should be feasible to execute. Clear?
Okay.
Okay, good. Now we are going to discuss about the test execution. Okay, so basically in execution, what most important ones first, I told you, right, which functionality
Yeah.
is important. Functionality related test scenario we have to execute first, then we will go for user interface, right?
Yes.
Would not execute all test case if testing only fault defect fixes, too many faults found by early test cases, and time pressure. See, if you have a time pressure, you need to complete that entire testing in a one day, then you need to execute all the core scenario of the application or core functionality of the application, right?
Yes.
You are not going to execute each and everything.
Yes.
If in early testing itself, like suppose you have started testing in you suppose you have started a new project, right? In the new project, in the document, whenever, see, early testing is what you need to start testing as soon as possible in the project, right? That is what concept of early testing. We had a discussion yesterday, right?
Yes.
So whenever we are going to start the testing, we have to start testing from document itself, because maybe some improper, or invalid requirement is there, right? From you, because a client and end user is not a technical person who will give you crystal and clear requirement. Getting my point? You have to
Yes.
explain in a technical way, okay, this is what requirement we will achieve in this way. Correct? So if you will found maximum defect in early stages itself, then you have to stop testing and you have to inform to the developer or whatever may be your concern team. Okay, first they are going to fix, then you are going to start the testing. Can be performed manually or automated. Exactly, execution we can do either, we can use manual method or automation process, right? Right, there are so many
Yeah.
tools are used.
Yes.
Okay, now we are going to discuss about the recording. See, the test record contains what software under test and test specification. Okay, and on which version, like suppose application 1.1 you are testing, after 1 week you are going to get 1.2 version, right? So is there
Yeah.
any improvement happen or not, all the defects are fixes or not, all this stuff. And also we have to follow the plan what we have discussed in test plan, like mark of progress on test script, how many test cases we have executed. Suppose you have written for login functionality, you have written 10 test case. Okay, so how many you have executed, 5, 10, or 5, 10, or all of that? Clear?
Yes.
Document actual outcomes from the test. After execution, we have to record the actual, that is what we have to take the snapshot of all the evidence, that is known as testing evidence document. Okay, so basically in recording we are going to create the test evidence document. Clear?
Okay.
So there, it is also very famous question, what is test evidence document? Okay, so you have to say, especially if anyone is going to ask what is test evidence document in testing, so you have to say that it is what proof for the test execution.
And with the
It is a,
output, they'll
yes,
say
with output.
yes. Right.
Yeah, with output only,
Mm.
whatever may be, either it is a fail or pass, but
Yeah.
this,
Yeah.
that is what document with evidence.
No, if it is fail means they'll raise a defect.
Yes, if it is a fail, then you have to raise, but that should also you have to record it in your test
Okay.
execution document or test
Okay.
evidence document. Because see, some of the what happened in sprint first, you have tested suppose login functionality. It is not working, right?
Hmm.
You have taken the screenshot, right? Again, in sprint 2, you have tested the same. It is working, right?
Hmm.
Again, you have taken the screenshot. In a sprint third, again login, maybe they have added some new functionality, or due to fixing of defect, that particular due to that impact, user is not able to log into the application, right?
Okay.
So developer may blame you, okay, you have not tested earlier. So if you have the evidence document, you can show in the last sprint it was working, but right now it is not working.
Hmm.
Getting my point? What is the use of
I
evidence
got it.
document?
No, this will happen actually in the application. I've faced this kind of thing.
Yeah. So you should, okay, you have already faced, then you knowing. So these are the evidence documents are very important.
No, this how they'll say after deployment, they'll say it is not working, this functionality is not working. So then we'll say we check with the development team, we'll forward a request to them. So this kind of thing issues used to occur regularly.
Yeah, and there is a very hot debate after that.
Hmm.
Okay. I used to participate that hot debate. So it will be uh, again the blame game will start. Okay. So that
Yeah,
is what if we have a proof, then we can say. Clear what is recording?
yeah.
So these are the various example. Okay. Now we are going to discuss about the check test completion. So how we can say that we have cover all the functionality. Test completion criteria were specified in the test plan only, test plan document itself. If
Hmm.
not met, need to repeat the test activity. Example test specification to design more test. If we are going to cover all the input, like take the example, same example I'm taking, login functionality. So login functionality, we have taken all the inputs like valid username, valid password, invalid username, invalid password, invalid username, valid password, valid username, invalid password, right? All combination.
Yes.
Okay. But what happened? Some of the tester may forget one condition, right? It may happen, right?
Yes.
We all are human being, so we used to do the mistake. Okay.
Hmm.
So that time again we have to add more test scenario, and so that we are able to cover that particular functionality. Okay.
Okay.
When we have to say test completion, if we are going to execute all the
Test
test
cases.
cases, else if we have a very less time, if all the stakeholders, your project manager, tester, clients are agree, suppose you have 100 test case, out of
Hmm.
100 test case you have executed only 80 test case. Okay. But all the 80 test case you have already inside the 80 test case you have already included all the core scenario, core functionality, and
Hmm.
you don't have time to execute the 20% rest of the 20% scenario, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So in that time, you need to connect with your project manager, your test lead, or your or also the client. If all are in the same page, then you can mark as complete, testing is completed, and you can deploy into the production. But everyone should be in same page. If your client is
Hmm.
agree, your project manager is agree, then one.
Okay.
Clear?
Okay.
Because see, due to time pressure, it is not possible each and every time that we are able to execute 100% each and every test scenario,
Yeah.
right? Sometimes
Yeah.
developer is going to give you build in the evening. Then do you
Yes.
have a time? See, from morning to evening you are sitting,
Hmm.
right? So as a tester, I'm just explaining you the scenario. What happened usually in
Hmm.
at 5 o'clock, developer is going to release the build, and
Yeah.
then they will ask tester to test it. So within you have only 1 or 2 hours, right,
Yes.
for day end. So
Yes.
in that within 1 hour, you are not able to execute each and every test case, right?
Yes. Correct.
and but you need to deploy that particular application and today itself into the production as per the client guideline, right? Or as
Yeah.
per the timeline of the application.
Hmm.
Then at that moment, tester should execute all the core functionality, and then he is going to connect with the stakeholders, project manager, if all are in the same page. If tester is also going to give the guarantee, okay, we have already tested all the core functionality, then we can release. And all these things should be in mail.
Yeah.
There should not be anything on verbal.
Yes.
Verbal communication is not allowed in release part. Okay, clear? User
Yeah.
requirement, test completion criteria, we have already discussed. Why test is what? Build confidence, correct?
Yeah.
Build confidence means what? Application is correct or not. Demonstrate confirmation to the requirement. And this is not the part, prove that the software is correct. Software may be correct, but suppose I'm your client, right?
Hmm.
I ask you build a simple calculator, but you have built a scientific calculator application. So application is correct, but that is not useful for me because I don't know how to operate the scientific calculator, correct?
Yes.
So that's the reason why testing is what? Prove that software is correct, that is wrong. Software may right or wrong, it is not the especially end user is not going to concern with this. What is their requirement, according to that you have to build the application or develop the application, right?
Yes.
Find faults, reduce cost, show system meets user needs, end user requirement, assess the software quality. And what is quality? I have already explained you, right?
Yes.
What is quality? Tell me.
Uh, Quality is the
Journey
like
towards excellence.
okay.
Please note down.
Yeah.
Okay, in testing they are using. See, testing is everywhere. If you will build infrastructure also before, without testing, you cannot deploy for the client, right?
Yeah.
If you are a developer, if you are doing coding also, after coding, you need to test the code also and functionality also, correct?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So that is what this is the confidence versus time graph. Okay. So number of fault found equals to confidence. Okay.
Okay.
These are the graphs. Now we are going to discuss about testing throughout the life cycle, right? So there are two types of life cycle, right, in software industry. SDLC, software development life cycle, and second one is STLC, software testing life cycle, right?
Okay.
So just a second. Basically, testing life cycle is what? It is known as STLC, software testing life cycle. It is a subset of SDLC, software development life cycle.
Mhm.
Clear?
Okay.
STLC is a part of SDLC, software development life cycle.
Okay.
Now clear why it
Yeah.
is? Now, so here we are going to discuss about the STLC, software testing life cycle. So what is software verification? See, uh, verification is what? We are going to verify the application or product, right? Whether
Yes.
it is correct or not, complete or not, performance wise, whether it is according to the performance, according to the requirement of the user, whether it is correct or not, right? That is what
Yes.
verification. So basically, verification ensures product is designed to deliver all functionality to the customer. Includes review and meetings, walkthrough and inspection. Okay, so basically in verification there is a very famous word, am I building the product right?
To get our channel membership, click onto the join button, select the 3D99 plan and grow your skills immensely.
See, verification and validation, there are two things. Okay, getting my point?
Yes.
So verification and validation. Verification is also known as static and validation is known as dynamic testing. Okay.
Okay.
So verification we are going to perform on document. Clear, Arun?
Yeah.
And validation we are going to perform on product or application.
Yes.
Clear?
Yeah.
So you have to remember that in verification we are using am I building the product right? And in validation we are using am I building the right product?
Okay.
See, am I building the product right means what? It is on the paper, document, product specification and all this stuff. Okay.
Okay.
And how you are going to verify the product? By review, by meeting, so many meetings you have to do with your user or client or your product owner, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that is what we are going to say verification. So
Okay.
verification we are going to perform on document only. Verification is what? Early testing. Verification is with the help of verification we are able to find the defect as soon as possible in the STLC process.
Okay.
Now we are going to discuss about the software validation. Okay, so basically it is going to determine if the system complies with the requirement and performs function for which it is intended and meets the organization goal and user need. See, try to understand in a very simple way. You have any calculator application, so a user have told you to build any calculator application. You are going to input, after the code you will get the code, right? Build.
Yes.
If suppose you got the build into the application, after you are going to enter 2 plus 2, it should give 4, right?
Yes.
That is what validation. Basically in validation we are going to input, we are going to give the input into the application, then we are getting the result. That is what validation. Clear?
Okay.
So basically validation is a testing process. Okay, validation is a process we are going to perform the testing exactly on the application. After build we will get, then only we are going to start the validation process. Before build we are doing verification. Now clear?
Yeah.
So you can see that am I building the right product? This is the famous slogan for
Okay.
validation. Please note down this thing. For this, am I building the product right? Here, right product.
Okay. This is for
So basically
validation.
validation. Yes. So basically validation we are going to perform on application.
Yes.
Clear?
Yeah.
Now, what is capability maturity model? CMM. Like we are saying, right? Same. This is, I am working CM level 5.
Yeah.
I am working CM level 3, right? So basically, these are the standards, benchmark for measuring the maturity of organization software process. Like there are so many, Indian MNCs, especially in IT sector, there are so many CM level 5 organizations, right?
Yeah.
Like Infosys, Wipro, Cognizant. These are what Indian organization.
Yeah.
Other organization like Accenture, Capgemini, and Mercedes-Benz. These are what? CM level 5 only, but these are not Indian organization, right? So
Yeah.
basically these are the benchmark. They have the standard of working are totally different as compared to CM level 3 or as compared to startup, because for each and every process they are going to hire the specialist, correct? But in startup, single person is going to everything,
Yes.
correct? So
Yes.
that's the reason the cost, if you are going to give any project to the same level 5, then the cost will be high. And if you are going to give any project to the startup, the cost will be low. But you can see that the quality of work the CM level 5 is going to do, the quality of work startup is going to do, there's a huge difference.
Okay.
Because what are the activity they did, they have each and everything they have documented. That is the process, they have to follow the process. Clear?
Okay.
Assess an organization against a scale of 5 process maturity level based on certain key process area like initial, managed. There are 5 maturity levels. First one is what? Initial, managed, defined, quantitative, managed, and optimizing. These are the 5 maturity level each and every organization who are a CM level 5 they are going to follow. Clear?
Okay.
This is basically the standard. That's all. Okay.
Yeah.
Now we are going to discuss about the SDLC, software development lifecycle. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea SDLC? You must have, right? You are a developer in
Yeah.
infrastructure.
Yeah.
How many phases have it have?
Requirement
Yes.
and programming. Then
Requirement. Yeah. Programming is what? Coding or implementation. Then
coding.
yes.
And testing and validation, whatever the thing. Then finally deployment.
Okay. Those are the core steps. Those are the core steps, right?
Yeah.
See, there are so many, software development models are there. Okay. So software development lifecycle model describe phases of the, we will discuss each and every phase in detail. Don't worry. First, I am
Okay.
going to tell you how many models are there. There are so many models are there, right?
Yeah.
Waterfall model, B model, agile model, nowadays DevOps model, right?
Yes.
So what is waterfall model? I have already explained. Let me explain once again. Basically, waterfall model is also SDLC process, correct?
Yes.
Basically, in this, the idea about that is was once each and every phases will complete, then only you will move further. In waterfall model, each phase should be complete, then only you will move to the another phase.
Hmm.
In V model is known as verification and validation process. Okay, so testing is what? Carried out parallelly.
Okay.
In V model, early testing is possible, but in waterfall model, early testing is not possible.
Not possible. Yeah. It
Okay.
depends on the one activity.
No, in waterfall it is not possible at all. Early testing, there is no
After one activity finish only we can do the further next activity.
in testing phase only. Yes, correct.
Yeah.
In testing phase only we are able to do the testing.
Yeah.
But in V model, from the requirement itself, we are going to start the testing.
Yes.
Okay. Testing activity, I mean to say, not exactly the testing, like writing the test scenario and all this stuff. And in agile model also, early testing is possible, right?
Yes.
Now we are going to discuss about the waterfall model. So first phase is your requirement, design, development, test, and release. So in requirement, basically try to understand in requirement phase, we are going to gather the requirement from the client. After that, in design phase, we are going to create two types of design: high level design and low level design.
Yeah.
In high level design, we are going to mention only the what?
What is the
Overview
requirement?
of the application,
Overall
overview of
requirement.
the application, and how many modules are present and all. But in
Yeah.
low level design, that is known as detailed design. In a single page, how many radio buttons, how many checkbox, how many drop down we are going to include, each and everything. That is what low level design. Clear? What
Yeah.
is high level, low level? After
Yes.
that, in development, we are going to start the coding based on the requirement, right? After the you can see that waterfall means why the name is waterfall. It is what you can see that what each and every phase it is describing the arrow mark to the down. It is not giving the vice versa, right?
Yes.
Once if you will drop the water from height, Are you able to take that water back? No, right?
No.
That's the reason it is known as waterfall model.
Hmm.
You cannot go back, you cannot reverse the process. Okay, so after development, in testing phase, we are going to do the validation. So here verification is not possible. In waterfall model, they will ask you in the interview, tell me verification is possible in the waterfall model. You should say no. Only we are going to do the validation, because you can see that after development, once you will get the build, only then you are going to start the testing, right?
Yeah.
So that's the reason verification is not possible in waterfall model, but
Hmm.
validation we can perform. And
Hmm.
after that, testing we can deploy into the production. That is what release. Clear? Waterfall
Yeah.
model.
Yeah.
Please note down at least phases waterfall model, and also denote according to this arrow mark.
1 minute.
Yeah. Just write down requirement analysis, design, development, test, and release.
Yeah, I did. I did it.
Okay, good. Now we are going to discuss about the V model. That is, I told you, right? This is known as verification and validation. See,
Yeah.
left hand side, it is represent, the V model is represent what?
Verification.
No, verification, validation, that is I know.
Validation. Validation.
Left hand side, it is showing verification.
Verification.
Right,
Yeah.
right hand side, it is showing validation, right?
Validation. Yeah.
But left hand side, you, okay, just a second. But you can see that in the left hand side, customer requirement, design, functional, and traditional, and this, all right?
Yeah.
This is what right hand side, design, what system, unit testing, these are what all this stuff. After that, coding.
Yes.
Correct? So
Yeah.
basically V model is going to design, the left hand side is going to design the SDLC, and right hand side is going to design the level of testing.
Okay. STLC. Software testing.
Yes, clear?
Yeah.
So in verification, you can see that first acceptance testing is directly related with customer, right? System testing, design system functional specification. After that, unit testing, and this is known as, what is this, system. After that, functional and unit testing, and parallelly they are creating the document. Okay, like technical specification, technical document, unit testing, unit test case document. Clear?
Okay.
So here parallelly they are doing the testing. So
Okay.
early testing is possible. Now clear?
Okay.
Now we are going to discuss about agile model. So agile model, you know, right? We have
Yeah.
enough discussion about. In the flavor agile, we will discuss specifically in CMM. Okay, agile methodology we will discuss in all the sprint, iteration, Kanban, all this process, right? Here
Mm.
agile development model is what? It allows you what? Early testing,
Mm.
correct? It
Yes.
involves design, coding, unit testing, acceptance testing, each type of testing they used to include. Okay,
Mm.
so agile is everywhere. If you are going to do DevOps, also agile is required. If you are going to do testing, also agile is required. Okay, if you are a developer, then also agile is required. So that's the reason agile is a methodology. Now clear?
Okay.
A DevOps is a culture,
Yes.
correct? So
Yeah.
so in the culture, you need to adopt the agile methodology.
Methodology.
Now clear?
Yeah.
Do not get confused that okay, but agile and DevOps are same thing, because I was taking interview in last especially on Friday, one of the candidate, and they are saying in DevOps and agile are same thing.
Uh-huh.
Do not mix. DevOps is a culture and Agile is a methodology. Now we are going to discuss about the testing levels. Okay.
Okay.
To get our channel membership, click onto the join button, select the 3D99 plan and grow your skills immensely.